Good Sunday evening, everyone. Forecaster Josiah Acheampong here, beginning this forecast with a look out at our Skycam and Follett as we enjoy the last couple of, at least the next couple of minutes of sunlight before the sun falls under the horizon and we're treated to a wonderful sunset across the area, capping off what was a dry and mild day across the area. Now, those dry conditions will likely prevail, although the moisture that was battering the West Coast has now made its way into portions of the Four Corners region, bringing rain to portions of western New Mexico, western Colorado, even portions of Salt Lake City getting in onto some moisture, even some blues indicating some snow in some of the higher elevations. That whole upper level system will eventually make its way off to the north and west of us. Unfortunately, that's going to leave us in what we call the dry slot. That'll bring some breezy conditions tomorrow, along with those drier conditions. Now, taking a look at temperatures, we're mild. We're in the milder part of the country. Temperatures right now here in Amarillo in the 70s, 72, but places out in Houston and Dallas are in the low to mid 80s. And eventually, with that storm system out west, bringing cooler temperatures along with those that moisture will eventually bring cooler conditions to portions of the plains as we get into late week. Taking a closer look, though, at our temperatures here in the Panhandle, many of us sitting in the 70s, a couple of 60s, but 80 out in Tucumcari. You're one of the hot spots out there. 76 down in Hereford, 70 up in Perryton, and 73 for both Clarendon, Shamrock, and Silverton at this hour. Now, as we take a look at our model, we'll run throughout the rest of tonight. Temperatures are going to be on the cooler side in the 40s, but above where they should be for this time of year. Our average low should be 34 degrees. We'll have temperatures tomorrow return back into the 60s and 70s, a little bit cooler. We'll have a gradual cooling trend throughout much of this week. We'll have that storm system kind of move off to our north and west. Overnight Monday. Now, taking a look at Tuesday temperatures, again, still mild, but cooler. Now, the thing with Monday is it's not just mild, it's also dry and breezy. So when we take a look at those wind gusts, we're expecting wind gusts to be anywhere between 25, 30, 35, nearly 40 miles an hour, especially some of those oranges and reds indicating some of the higher wind gusts that we can see over portions of eastern New Mexico. But you can see where those wind gusts around, this is around midday Monday, with those wind gusts anywhere between 30, 35 miles an hour. So you are going to want to tie down any decorations that you may have outdoors. But along with that, you want to practice some fires, some you want to practice some safe habits in terms of putting out cigarette butts, as well as watching out for any chains that may scrape the ground, might spark an incidental fire, especially considering that we do have an elevated fire threat for Monday with those wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour and those humidity levels pretty low. Now, taking a look at that drought monitor indicating where we have the driest conditions. I mean, we have gone several weeks without any measurable rainfall across the area, so that moderate drought has continued to expand, especially in the southeastern panhandle between I-27 as well as I-40, and that's where we desperately need the moisture. Now, the good news is we do have some moisture on the way. While that first system is swinging off to our north, we'll have another one move in late week, swinging through, and that'll bring us some much needed moisture, but it'll also bring some heavy rain and maybe even severe weather to portions of eastern Texas as well. But again, that moisture is much needed. However, how much of it is the question. Right now, the Weather Prediction Center is indicating that we could pick up anywhere between, I would say, the wide swath between a quarter of an inch up to nearly an inch, inch and a quarter, especially for places south and east. I think that's where we'll find the highest rainfall amounts. But again, that's the place that needs it the most, in fact. So that's the good news. We'll keep an eye to see how much that actually changes. Taking a look at our 7-day tracker, we're mild tomorrow, temperatures remaining in the 70s, but we do have that elevated fire threat due to the fact that we will have some gusty conditions. Heading into Thursday and Friday, that's when we'll see moisture, but also cooler conditions make their way into the Panhandles region. We could have, especially as we head into Friday night into Saturday, temperatures dipping near freezing, if not below that threshold. So we'll keep an eye on just how cold we actually get as we close out the work week. Now, thank you guys so much. I'll see you a bit on Channel 7 in about a half an hour or so to get your updated